was great. So you're assigned a client manager, and mine was Pedro. And from the very beginning, he was on top of it and sending me information and sending me my appointments and asking just any random question that I would have about what's it like in Cartagena, because I had never been to Colombia before. And in fact, it was like, wow, I can't believe we're going to Colombia for surgery. So that process was great. The communication has been fantastic as far as just learning about what's here and even getting information about the city and the process by which you go through your premium care surgery.
Like I said, there's just that connection from the whole realself.com, and then I reached out to the phone number that was actually email. There's an email there. I reached out to that, and I think I had anxiety, like, let's get this going. So I didn't wait for a response from the email. I saw a phone number. I called the number, connected with Pedro, and it was just that open communication from the onset. Just giving the direction of step by step of what would happen if I do choose, and it was just that intuition and just that spirit, like, okay, I got this. This is it. I didn't even bother researching any other doctor. It was just this one, and that was it. So
I knew it was the right place for me because I saw my friends' results. They looked really good, and then I did my own search of this place, and I felt very confident that I would also like my results coming here. So I decided to pick here.
From the very beginning, excellent. You're here, car picks you up, takes you. I stayed at the recovery suites, and that's fantastic, beautiful, and you feel very looked after from day one. I had a complication after my surgery, and I had the nurse all night with me, which was great, and I was doing fine. And then the next day, I had some problems, and she immediately got on the phone with the doctors. I was brought back here. I was put in a second surgery, and then from there into an intensive care unit for 2 nights. I had a blood transfusion, first one they've ever done, and so I'm going home with Colombian blood, and then got me out of there, and I've been back at the recovery suite and doing fantastic. He can't believe, Dr. Alex can't believe how fast I've bounced back, but I'm really on schedule with everything that's happening now, which is great. And I have to say, Dr. Carolina was amazing. Amazing. The first night I went late to the ICU, and at some point a nurse, and it's very foggy still, but at some point a nurse came and said her name, and I just lit up. It was somebody I knew, and she said, "Would you like me to call her?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she called her directly, and I got to speak to her. And it's hard for me to describe how wonderful that felt to be, because it was scary, frankly. Being in a place where everybody's speaking a language that you don't understand, and to hear her voice and talk to her was so calming and amazing. And after we hung up, I found out it was 2 o'clock in the morning. Because I had no concept of time there. I had no phone, I couldn't see a clock, and it was 2 in the morning that I spoke to her. And she was fantastic. And she came the next day, on a Saturday, and to see her face was also, again, amazing. It's like I said, and I told her, I said, it just calmed me down. It made me feel great. And then the next day, Sunday, Dr. Alex and Dr. Carolina came by to see me, and that's when they sprung me and got me back to the suite. But can't say enough about her and how she cares. I mean, Dr. Alex cares, I understand, but there's something about that feeling from a woman who's a mother, and just She would hold my hand every time we spoke. It was fantastic. And I've been very well looked after at the recovery suite as well. So
I just felt it in my heart, and he called me, and we discussed everything from what I wanted and what would happen from the time I came here to the time I leave.
Well, the same reason I came the first time. I did a lot of research for several years with Premium Care before I decided to come the first time, and it was better than I expected. I expected a lot because of the reviews and everything what I had talked to on the doctor on the phone, and everything just seemed great. And when I got here, that was the same, actually even better than what I expected. Not only on my results of my first surgeries, which were a big surgery, entire body lift, 360 body lift plus arm lift, bra line back lift, and some face work also. And it was just amazing. And so, 3 years later, here I am for I knew my second round that I had been saving for and planning for, to finish my body out, because I had, at 5 foot tall, for a long time of my life, I weighed 300 pounds. And I lost 150 pounds via gastric bypass. And my body was a mess. I mean, I'm 67 years old, and when you lose that much weight, your skin just, everything just hung. Didn't even look like a human body. But, so I came to finish out my body work with breast, and a big thigh lift, lipo 360, and a little bit more face work. And I'm thrilled with the results, just like I knew I would be, and just like last time. And everything was just what I expected, and more.
Well, actually, I researched Dr. Campbell, and I realized that he was a team with his wife, and that made me very comfortable to know that I had a woman and a man work with me. And like I said, I continue reading about them. And then I made that phone call. I had a consultation with him on the phone, and we spoke. And he addressed all my concerns, all my questions, which gave me a peace of mind. And I said, that's it. This is the doctor I'm going to go with.
The process went very smoothly. The communication was always quick and fast, which was really nice. And yeah, it was very straightforward. I asked my questions. They came back with their answers, gave me a quote, booked my flights, came here. Yeah.
The process, very smooth, very professional. Everybody's been very nice, on point, very clear.
This was very smooth. Like I said, I met with Pedro over the phone. He gave me that step-by-step process, steps to take, what needs to be done. All this was done within a month of me showing up. So there was no delaying. If I send him an email, he's responding within the hour. Or I'm giving him a call, he's readily by the phone. It was a very smooth process for me, all the way to booking my tickets and all the preparation I had to do prior to even saying, okay, I'm ready to sign the dotted line. It was just incredible. It was just great. Yeah.